Dr. Ivana Rich, the Associate Vice President and Director of Athletics at Edward Waters University, joins me now to discuss ways we can support the EWU Tigers this upcoming school year. Doctor, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I promise you it is our pleasure. So what is your biggest accomplishment that you've done in your first year as the AD?
Well, there are quite a few things. I would say my biggest accomplishment are my student athletes and watching them compete for championships. We had 2 teams earn SIAC championships for the first time in school history this year.
Oh, wow.
And so that was incredible. That's our men's volleyball and softball teams. And so they competed really well. And I think also transitioning us through year 2 to our final year of our NCAA provisional process was an incredible accomplishment, and so we're really excited about that.
And so what does it mean for the NCAA to advance Ed Waters University to the 3rd and final year of the provisional membership process? What does that mean? Like, first of all, what is the provisional process, right? And then go from there.
Well, it's a 3-year process, and during that process, the NCAA, they come in, they make sure that we are doing everything the right way. And so essentially for us to be granted transition to the year 3, that means that we are doing things the right way. We're operating with integrity, and we are meeting the NCAA standard of compliance and governance. And so our staff, our student athletes, our campus partners are doing things that follow our policies and procedures the right way. So we are moving in the right direction. We are doing things the right way with integrity.
Excellent. And so does that mean that you're going to get full membership into the NCAA? I mean, and when would that happen?
So our 3rd and final year is this year. We're in that now officially, and so this will be our last year. The NCAA will come in. They will do a site visit again in February. We will have to submit a final report, and then we should have another call next July, and we'll be full members of the NCAA. And what that means for us, that we are allowed to compete in NCAA championships. We have access to resources offered through the NCAA that will allow us to enhance our student athlete experience. So those are grants that will allow us to add positions to support initiatives for student athletes, as well as leadership development programs for our student athletes, professional development for our coaches at minimal cost. So there are just so many benefits of being full NCAA
Yeah,
members.
that sounds really cool. What an amazing process. It seems like, wow, like the 3 years, and then you're not even going to know until next year. Whew. So let's focus on this last year, right? So like, what are the most exciting, what are you most excited about for this upcoming year, right?
Well, I'm excited to really continue to watch our student athletes excel in our conference. So this is really going to be our 2nd full year competing in the conference.
Okay.
So I'm ready to rack up a few more championships, of course. But I'm also just excited about some of the new initiatives we have coming down the pipeline. We are really placing emphasis on getting into the community. And so we are working with the Adopt a Street program.
Okay.
So we're adopting some streets in our neighborhoods, and we're going to take responsibility for those streets, and our student athletes are going to be out there cleaning those on a quarterly basis. We're going to be working in our schools, and we're really just developing a lot of partnerships to get our student athletes out in the community. So I'm incredibly excited about that. Some other initiatives, we are working on a Tiger Academic Den. So that's an academic lab for our student athletes to come and study, tutoring, to support them academically. That's really important. I believe in providing our student athletes with a holistic student athlete experience, and that's a part of it. And then finally, we are getting ready to kick off our first Tiger Club, and so that's going to be our fundraising wing of the athletics department. So we're getting ready to launch that here very soon, and so we will have an opportunity for individuals to really buy in and support our student athletes through the Tiger Club.
That's amazing. You are a very busy woman. Y'all have a lot going on. So you spoke about enhancing the student athlete experience. So just elaborate on that, right? So like, what are you guys doing for the student athletes? They require a lot, right? They do a lot for the school, and the school in return does a lot for them, right?
Absolutely. And so when we talk about enhancing the student athlete experience, we are trying to touch on all dimensions of wellness. So we want to make sure they're supported from a mental health standpoint, that they're provided with career development, career readiness programming. And so we're partnering with some organizations in our community to provide them with educational and financial literacy, resume building workshops, and things like that to really make sure that they're prepared for life after graduation. Partnering with organizations to create internship opportunities, mentorships, so that they are equipped and they have the skills, necessary skills that they need. We also want to make sure that they have those other aspects that are important for them to be successful both academically and athletically. So that's placing emphasis on nutrition. So we have a brand new wellness center on our campus. It's beautiful. Love to invite you to come over.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's go. Come on.
And so in that wellness center, we will have a student athlete fueling station, and that's going to provide student athletes with supplements throughout the day. So in between meals, after workouts, you know, to supplement their nutrition to make sure they're getting the fuel they need to get through the long days that they have.
Right. We should go out and we'll do like a David will do it, and I'll go be like a student athlete for the day.
That'd be awesome. There's a lot of educating that goes along with that.
Well, thank you so very much for coming on today. It's been a real pleasure. You are a fantastic person, and what you're doing is amazing. And guys, if you would like to watch this segment again, remember, you can always check it out on firstcoastliving.net.